Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. Coming up tonight, it's another great week full of fall high school sports action. In the Coach's Corner, meet the man whose Speedway Boys soccer team just won another conference championship and has high hopes in the state tournament. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is one of the top golfers in the state who hopes to lead her Greyhounds to a second straight championship.
It would mean a lot to me. That's kind of the goal, to get 2 in a row. But honestly, just being out there and enjoying the state tournament with my friends.
It's time to get fired up. The Zone Extra starts now.
Hi, everybody. Good evening to you, and welcome to the Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a great week of high school sports action. In our Coach's Corner, his Spark Plugs are having another great season and ranked 4th in Class 2A this week. Speedway Boys soccer coach Dean Haviland is here in studio. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is looking to lead Carmel Girls Golf to a second straight state championship this weekend. Meet Hound Senior and Purdue Boilermaker, future Purdue Boilermaker, that is, Michaela Headley. And you won't want to miss our incredible play of the week, courtesy of the Danville Warriors. Now, let's take a look at this week in high school sports. The football regular season is flying by, folks. Last Friday night was week 6 with plenty of great action. Ben Davis is now 5-1 of the season after putting up 62 points in a win over Lawrence North. Center Grove has won 5 games in a row as the defending 6A champs notched a 24-point win over Lawrence Central. In the Hoosier Crossroads, Fishers moves back into the win column as the Tigers picked up a 21-13 win over Avon. And at Westville, the 4th-ranked Rocks hosted #1 Brownsburg in a battle of the unbeatens. This one was all Bulldogs. They led by 30 at halftime and went on to win 37-7 to improve to 6-0 on the season.
The team just played amazing offense, defense, special teams, and I think we were just clicking on all cylinders on offense. And, the coaches put in a great game plan as always, and we executed it very well.
When you beat a really good team and beat them, 30-0 at halftime, a whole bunch of people played really well. There's a lot of challenges ahead of us, and we can get a lot better than we played tonight.
Yeah, what a win last week for Brownsburg. Meanwhile, at Zionsville, the Eagles hosted Hamilton Southeastern. Zionsville jumps out to a 14-0 lead, but the Royals respond with 17 straight points before halftime to take the lead, and they get a 10-point win. After the game, HSC coach Michael Kelly, he joined us live on The Zone for FaceTime Friday conversation.
If you don't come up and you don't show up every Friday night, it's going to be a challenge for you to be successful. And so our message this week was to do your job. In high school football, you got guys that want to do somebody else's job and try and play different roles on the field. And the reality is we're the best when all 11 guys on the field are doing their job.
All right, so here's a look at this week's Class 6A football poll, and those Dogs from Brownsburg getting the job done, ranked #1 in the state. See Center Grove right there, Ben Davis 3, Crown Point 4, and then you got Hamilton Southeastern rounding out the top 5 there in the boys 6A football poll. All right, to the links now where the girls golf state tournament comes to an end this weekend at Prairie View Golf Club in Carmel with the 2-day state finals. Competition actually begins tomorrow morning and concludes throughout the weekend and finishes up on Saturday. Meanwhile, last weekend was the regional round of the state tournament with several local teams punching their tickets to state. Carmel, Hamilton Southeastern, and Center Grove all won regional titles. Other schools finishing the top 3 of their regional and advancing to state were Westfield, you got Zionsville, you got Noblesville, New Pal, and Franklin. Good luck to all the teams competing this weekend. Should be a lot of fun out there on the course. All right, to soccer now, where the end of the regular season is almost here, believe it or not, with sectional play beginning next week. Congrats to the Pike Boys team and the Brebeuf girls team, who each claimed Marion County championships over the weekend. Now, Monday evening, it was a Hamilton County clash as top-ranked Carmel hosted #6 Westfield on senior night. This match was scoreless until the 57th minute when Hounds crossed the ball into the box and junior Cameron Love finished it Carmel wins it 1-0 to finish off an unbeaten regular season. Up next for Carmel, we're going to host a Class 3A sectional coming up next week. All right, here's a look at this week's Class 3A girls soccer rankings. Carmel number 1, got HSC 2, Noblesville 3, Castle down there in Southern Indiana 4, and Carroll is the 5th ranked team. And now a peek of the boys Class 3A coaches poll. Noblesville 1, Carmel 2, got Pike there 3, Zionsville 4th, and Center Grove 5th in this week's Class 3A coaches poll there in boys soccer. All right, folks, time now for a break. We have much more ahead here tonight on the Zone Extra. Glad you're hanging out with us. Up next is the Coaches Corner, and we've got more soccer conversation. His Spark Plugs are the 4th ranked team in Class 2A. Speedway boys soccer coach Dean Haviland is here in studio. Can't wait to talk to Coach. And still ahead, she's one of the state's top golfers and looking for a championship this weekend. We'll introduce you to our Athlete of the Week from Carmel.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. This is the Zone Extra Coaches Corner.
We're back here on the Zone Extra tonight. Time now for our Coaches Corner for the 5th year in a row. His Spark Plugs are conference champions, and this week are ranked 4th in Class 2A. Please welcome to the Zone Extra show tonight, Speedway boys soccer head coach. We're talking about Dean Haviland. Awesome. Dean, great seeing you as always, my friend. Of course, we go way back, many years of just knowing each other. I'm so delighted to have you a part of our show here tonight. And first things first, you got your soccer team looking pretty good right now. What has been the key of you guys having success right now?
Yeah, it's definitely been a good year. We graduated last year, 9 seniors, 8 starters left. So we have a younger group that really came together, really worked hard, bought into the system early. Really their off-season work was the biggest thing, and got them ready to go. And some things have just clicked. We're still learning. We're still a little inexperienced with some of our players, but they work hard. They got great grit and fight, and it's been a good season.
Talking to our producer Brian Eckstein, and he told me that's unbelievable. 64 goals in 14 games. Talk about some offense. Pretty impressive. How have you been able to do that game in and game, match in, match out?
Yeah, well, we've got a couple really good goal scorers, a couple good forwards that can really find the back of the net, and then our midfield just really knows how to distribute the ball. They work really well together. They're very unselfish. They know what's best for the team, and that's kind of how everything works.
I love it. And you guys got 8 seniors on this year's roster. How critical has that been for you guys having success on the field here?
It's been great. It's just their leadership has been fantastic. It's been a group that's been with me. This is my 6th year, so I've had them now, up through junior high and high school. And they provide leadership both on and off the field, doing what's best, anything they can to help, and just great kids.
Yeah, I love it. So you look there, 12-2 right there. You see the record there as far as their play this year, 4th in Class 2A. And I want to ask you this, though. I mean, you've been there. You talk about 6 years. You've been there with Speedway. We know your dad coached there as well prior to you. And so my question to you is this: what do you love about being there at Speedway and working with these student athletes there?
Yeah, it's the community. It's the kids. The kids is what makes everything special. Mm-hmm. The time on the field together is great, but the time away from the field is fantastic. They're all friends. It's great to see them together. Just being a part of them and growing the relationships with them and helping them any way we can is what we do. Yeah,
you look at that 6-year season here with Speedway. We talked about you just as a coach. Is it helpful to have those 8 seniors there? They can help you do some coaching as well because they've been there, they've done it, they know what it takes to get the job done on the field.
Yeah, the senior leadership is fantastic, and it's funny, you don't call timeouts in soccer, right? So there's a lot of times you look to them and you'll just yell at one of them and just get their attention, and they don't have to say much. They know how to get everybody back together and just keep us on the same page.
We were ranked in the top 5, and that usually means every time you're out there on the field, they're coming at you. Yeah. What has been your message to your guys?
Well, and that's exactly it. And that's been, with conference, just won our 5th conference in a row. And that's what we tell them. Every time you step on the field, a lot of times it's that other team's Super Bowl. And, we have to be ready to battle every game. And it's definitely been a challenge, but it's something that we've done pretty well with and hope to continue to get better.
All right, so sectional's coming out for his team next week at Chittard, and you look at what's ahead for you and this program in the postseason. Of course, the ultimate goal is to get a state championship. So give me your thoughts as you look at your road ahead to possibly winning a Class 2A title.
It's going to be tough. I mean, that first match with Crystal House, they're athletic. They've got a lot of good skill. They got a lot of good speed. So, got to get through there. If you win that game, you have a possible another conference matchup. We've played Beech Grove already once this year. See what happens with them and Purdue Poly. And then, if you can get to Saturday, it's tough to even get there. And you get there, Chittard's a great team. They're playing at Chittard, which would be nice for them. And they're a great team, and it'd be a heck of a battle to go with them. Great coach, and good leadership.
Well, it sounds like to me you have much respect for all those teams on that screen. You better come ready to play because anything can happen on any match, right?
Right, always ready.
All right, great seeing you as always, Dean. All the best to you, my man, and
thank you.
Good luck to Spark Plugs, coming up. All right, we're going to take a time out. Still ahead here on the Zone Extra is our athlete of the week. She's been playing the sport since the age of 3. Yes, 3, and is a key member of a Carmel team seeking back-to-back state titles. Up next, meet Hounds senior golfer Michaela Headley. Plus, we go on campus tonight with the Purdue football team to catch up with former Zionsville standout offensive lineman Gus Hartwig. That's on the way.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Last season, Carmel won its 3rd girls golf state title, and the top-ranked Hounds are looking to go back-to-back this weekend. One key reason for the Hounds' success is senior Michaela Headley. Headley is one of the top high school golfers, folks, in the state, and will continue her journey next season at Purdue. During her time with the Hounds, Michaela has finished in the top 25 individually at state all 3 seasons, including a 2nd place finish as a freshman. Headley got into the sport at the age of 3, playing with her dad, and says on the golf course is where she's the happiest.
I just always loved the game, which is why I really just kept playing it. It's kind of like my relaxing spot, I guess. I can go out here and just have fun. Either if it's with friends or on my own, I feel like it's my little escape place.
Michaela has a drive like nobody else. She's so competitive and just really works on her game and puts hours and hours into her game even after practice. So, it's great to be a part of.
I've been working on my swing a lot recently. Last year, I feel like I just wasn't in a great spot at the time personally for confidence with my swing, but this year I feel like I'm in a good place.
Her competitive drive obviously has gotten stronger as she goes, but it's just her ability kind of to look at golf at a different level. So I think her swing is probably in the best that it's been in the 4 years that I've been with her.
It would mean a lot to me. That's kind of the goal that I've had all season, but along with my team, we just really want to get 2 in a row. But honestly, just being out there and enjoying the state tournament with my friends is the most important part.
You got to love her there. All the best to her, and good luck to her as she makes her college career at Purdue playing for the Boilermakers. All right, time for a break. More still to come here on the Zone Extra, including our Play of the Week. Plus is the latest installment of Ask the Commissioner with Paul Nidid of the IHSAA.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. Now it's time to go on campus tonight where we catch up with a former Central Indiana high school athlete as they compete at the collegiate level. This week we head to West Lafayette with the Purdue football team. Former Zionsville standout Gus Hartwig is in year number 4 at Purdue. After tearing his ACL late last season, Hartwig made his 2023 debut last week against Wisconsin. Hartwig has been a mainstay on the Boilers offensive line as the starting center since his sophomore season. This year, he was elected a team captain and says the honor is something he doesn't take lightly.
Being a captain is just a great honor. It's really cool just to kind of see like how other people view you and like see the trust that other people have, and like because for you to be voted that, be like the coaches trust you, the players trust you, just be able to be that guy, be maybe a little bit more established as a leader because you know other people trust you in that way. I've seen pretty much everything we're going to see, so being able to okay see this, kind of get everyone on the right path, be able to communicate because I've already been there, kind of work through that stuff, I think is a huge asset.
Good luck to him. Rest away there at Purdue. Now it's time for Ask the Commissioner. Each week we take one of your questions to IHSA Commissioner Paul Neidig and bring you his answers. So here we go. This week's question is right here. From an IHSA perspective, where do you see the most room for growth in high school sports?
Well, I think we're in the middle of it now. We've started 2 emerging sport programs a year ago. Our girls wrestling program has grown exponentially in 1 year of support from the association, and I think they're well on their way to being a full recognized sport with state championship offered by this association in the 23-24 school year. And then the other one that's just right on their heels is boys volleyball. Boys volleyball has grown incredible amounts since we began a year ago as an emerging sport. And I think both of those opportunities for student athletes are well received within our member schools. And again, anytime we give a path to participation for student athletes, we know that there's going to be growth outside the classroom and the second classroom. And I think both of those sports have lent themselves to that. And I'm excited about the new sports coming on.
Always great to hear from my friend there, the Commissioner, Paul Neidig. By the way, if you have any questions for the Commissioner, hey, you see the information on the screen. Who knows, your question may be right here on the Zone Extra. All right, one of our favorite parts of covering high school sports is the passion, both the players and the fans. The school spirit we see is incredible, and each fall we award the prestigious Zone banner to the school with the best school spirit. Take a look at some of the best from the past week. Oh, it was a lot of fun with those students there, and this is what they are competing for, the Zone Championship banner, presented by Crew Car Wash and Bailey & Wood and Mortgage Lender. We are giving this huge banner to the school that is in the zone and has the best school spirit, who's going to be the 2023 champs and claim the undisputed Top Spirit Award. And this awesome banner to hang up at your school in the gymnasium at the end of the season. We're going to find out coming up in November. All right, now it's time to take a look at our play of the week. Each week we feature one of the top plays from the world of high school sports right here in Central Indiana. Plus, we will tell you how you can possibly get your video featured on a future show. But first, here's a look at this week's top play, homecoming night at Danville. Check out the one-handed touchdown catch here by Caden Collins. What a play as the Warriors defeat Southmount there. Take another look. Great play indeed. That's a look at this week's play of the week. All right, Minded TV, Channel 23 is your local home for high school sports. Coming up tomorrow night is a good one in the Mick as Warren Central gets ready to take on the road and battle against Lawrence North in that matchup. All the action comes your way coming up tomorrow on our sister station, Minded TV, Channel 23 at 7 o'clock. Good luck to both teams. And it's a big night of high school football action across Central Indiana as well. I'll be live tomorrow from our Zone tailgate party at HSC with the Royals at 5 and 6. Plus, we'll have all your scores and highlights from the most games in the state on The Zone coming up at 11:08. Let's take a look now at some of the other games we'll be covering coming up tomorrow night. You see it there, Zionsville against Brownsburg, Carmel taking on Ben Davis. We got Franklin against Plainfield, Westfield against Avon, and then you got Franklin Central against Fishers. All the highlights, wishtv.com. We'll have it there, and of course on The Zone tomorrow night at 11:08 right here on Wish TV. Folks, I want to say thank you so much for watching The Zone Extra tonight. We greatly appreciate it. You all know the deal. Every Thursday right here on Wish TV at 7 o'clock, we take a look at all the local sports and high school. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here next week. Have a good one.